Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lowry at Home. I'm your host, Naturalist Kirk, and welcome to the fall season of Lowry at Home. We're happy to be coming back into your home. Now, things are going to be a little bit different here in the fall than they were in our spring season. We're only going to be live streaming on Mondays, so just once a week, not every day, and that's because more things are now going on at the Nature Center that you can come and join us and do. We'll be telling you a little bit more about that at the end of the episode, so please stick around to the very end. I gotta tell you though, coming up first, kicking things off, we have naturalist Lauren with some information about monarchs. Take it away, Lauren.
Hey everybody, it's naturalist Lauren, and today I'm really excited because fall monarch migration has begun. The monarch butterflies are on their way south or getting ready to make their moves. And monarch butterflies that are born in late summer live a life that is unlike any other monarch butterfly. So today, we are going to explore what the life cycle of a fall monarch looks like, and then we're going to talk about how you can support them in their efforts to migrate south. First things first, just like any monarch, fall monarchs have 4 phases of their life. Number 1, they start as an egg. Then number 2, they hatch from that egg and turn into a larva. Another word for the larva is a caterpillar. Number 3, once that caterpillar has eaten a bunch of food, specifically milkweed leaves, they form a chrysalis, or a cocoon. That's their pupa phase. In that cocoon, they liquefy, they turn to goo, rearrange themselves so they can become adults, and then they emerge as adult butterflies. After the adult butterfly emerges, for a couple of days, all it needs to do is find food. It drinks nectar from flowers. And then its job is to reproduce and lay eggs. This is where the life cycle differs, because the average length of that life cycle is 2 to 5 weeks, which is pretty fair for an insect. But butterflies that are born in late summer live a lot longer. They can live 6 to 8 months. Monarchs that are born in late summer don't lay eggs like their predecessors do, or at least they don't right away. They enter into a phase called reproductive diapause, which basically means they put a hold or a pause on their eggs. And then they try to eat as much food as they can. And that's really important. They need to find flowers that have plenty of nectar for them so they can start to store energy. Once they've collected enough extra energy, they start to fly south. Now it's important to remember, those butterflies have never migrated before. They don't know where they're going. They don't know how long the journey is. All they know is other butterflies are doing it and they need to prepare. Once they start moving, scientists are still a little uncertain about how butterflies know where to go, but some studies suggest they use the sun to help them navigate. After about 3,000 miles, they move from parts of Canada and North America all the way down to Mexico, where they gather in giant colonies and completely cover these special fig trees and basically spend the winter sitting there together. They have the added protection of lots of other butterflies so that predators aren't likely to get them. They store up a ton of energy so they don't need to worry about eating during this time. And they keep each other warm, apparently, by staying close together. Once spring arrives, those very same butterflies that migrated in the fall and overwintered in Mexico head back north. The difference is they don't make it all the way back. They have to stop and lay eggs, often in Texas, and then they die. Their life is over, and their babies hatch and fly, and then they stop because they have to lay eggs, they die, and their babies keep going. So the fall migrators are the only ones that make the entire trek south, or the entire migration. The spring migrators do it in phases. Now, if you're like me and you find this absolutely fascinating and you want to do everything you can to help those monarchs make it through their fall migration, there are 3 things you can do to help. Number 1, plant milkweed. Milkweed is a plant that supports monarch butterflies in all 4 phases of their lives. So either support the plants that are already growing, plant your own. Number 2, you can plant wildflowers. The reason for that is because adult monarchs need to have enough food so that they can make it through their journey. So, plant flowers. Number 3, you can get involved in some sort of monarch tagging project. Monarch tagging monitors how far they're going. You know, it helps us learn about life cycles of butterflies. So you can definitely look into research projects in your area and see how you can support them or see how you can get involved with them. I think it's safe to say that fall monarchs are pretty amazing. They live longer than their predecessors and their offspring. They travel thousands of miles to a place they've never been, and somehow in their genetics, like in their very being, they know how to keep the cycle going. Best thing we can do is probably just get out of their way and make some space. So good luck to all those intrepid butterflies out there on their journey south. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Lauren. That was so awesome. You know, those monarchs have an epic journey ahead of them, a real adventure. And I want to tell you about a real adventure coming up this Saturday. You can come out to the Nature Center with your family, and it is time for Movie on the Hill. And we've got quite a movie this year. We have Disney's new film, Onward. Now, Onward was supposed to come out in theaters in the springtime, but everyone had to miss out seeing it on the big screen because of the pandemic. Well, now you can see it on the big screen at Lowry this Saturday. That is our Movie on the Hill. Now, what you need to know is that you have to get advance tickets, and there are a limited number of tickets for people who are going to be able to come and see this and put their blankets out on the hillside and watch the movie. So you need to look down in the comments for this video, and there's a link to the event, and you need to click on that and get yourself some tickets right now, because I think they're probably going to go fast. It's been a while since any of us have been able to go out and see a movie. So why don't you go ahead and click on that, and also check out some of the other events we have coming up here this fall at the Nature Center. Thanks so much for stopping in.